Gojo vs Makima is really too obvious and stupid as a whole, which really represents the entire death battle genre. So if Gojo vs Makima were to happen, who would take home the crown? Well, hear me out. In case you didn't know, Gojo, he is the strongest sorcerer in Jujutsu Kaisen, having the cursed ability of infinity and having 6 eyes, being able to give the user the ability to see the flow of cursed energy, which is only inheritable by the Gojo clan. While Makima, the strongest public safety devil hunter in CHAINSAWMAN, who is also the control devil, having the ability to manipulate any users who deems to be lower than her. Force manipulations, being granted the ability to manipulate the force barrier however she wants, even having the ability to kill someone with just a finger. And we are putting these two into a death battle. Great, just great. To start things off, I will first have to base them off on these 5 power scales: physical strength, abilities, durabilities, hacks, and intelligence. Starting off with number 1, physical strength. I will start with hand-to-hand combat, as that's way easier to begin with. I reckon this will be easily be given to Gojo, as Gojo is really skilled in pure hand-to-hand combat, as he is far skilled than the oldest cursed spirit in the world by a millennial times. While Makima herself isn't quite a fighter, as we know, Makima tends to use the pawns of hers more to fight instead of her own physical strength. Next up on physical strength is speed and reflexes. This would be easily be taken by Gojo, as Gojo himself has the 6 eyes, which grant the ability to see the flow of cursed energy, which gave him the upper hand to react to incoming attacks and dodge them. We were also informed that Gojo was able to successfully take down 1000 transfigured humans under 299 seconds. As for Makima, her reflexes can't really go head on 1-to-1 with Gojo himself, but she does have an enhanced smell ability, as she was able to detect Pochita still inside of Denji when they first met. But she can't really differentiate between humans, which is a downgrade for compared to Gojo himself. I can't really see any possible outcome for Makima to take home with the win on this one. To wrap it all up, Gojo takes the win for physical strength. Carry on to number 2, abilities. Oh boy, this is another easy dub for a certain someone. We will start off with Makima. Makima has the ability to control anyone she deems to be lower than her, like brainwashing the opponent. But if we are talking about Gojo, it's quite unlikely she will be able to manipulate him, as we do know that Gojo will be able to escape her manipulation with his 6 eyes. Carry on, we know that Makima has the ability to manipulate the force around her, such as crushing the opponent from over long distance. But in order to use this technique, Makima is needed to be in a higher enough altitude to fully utilize this ability. However, she is able to use her fingers to project invisible forces to target her opponents. But as always, Gojo can easily deflect this ability by dodging it with his 6 eyes. Now, it's time for Gojo. Gojo has 2 types of abilities, unlike Makima's: physical abilities, which buff his physical strength, and long distance curse techniques. We will start off with physical abilities. Black Flash is a technique that creates a spatial distortion when a user connects the impact of a cursed energy within 0.00001 seconds of a physical hit. This allows to massively increase the combat, as Black Flash can buff the user to entirely 120% of their maximum potential, on top of his current strength, which is normally huge. Now, moving on to curse techniques. For curse techniques, Gojo has in total of 3 of them: blue, red, and hollow purple. Starting off with the first one, Lapse Blue. Lapse Blue, or curse technique blue, allows the user to create a center of gravity in a specific space, capable of attracting all matters and crushing it like a black hole. He can also move the point of gravity however he wants, to which really just increase the destructive capabilities. If this isn't enough, there's another version of Lapse Blue, which is the maximum output. The maximum output is the reinforced version of the neutral limitless, which let the user amplifying the limitless and negative energy, basically a vacuum, sucking everything around it, which in theory creates a negative space, causing everything in its range to be pulled onto one central point. Now on to Reverse Red. Reverse Red is an inversion of Lapse Blue, has the direct opposite abilities of Lapse Blue, and also has the double amount of destructive abilities of Blue. Cause an extremely powerful repulsive force, such as repelling everything in its range. It's an ability that is powered by positive curse energy and formed as a reverse curse technique. If you think that's crazy, we have one more, which is Gojo's most powerful technique, Hollow Purple. Hollow Purple combines both of the previous techniques of the attraction center gravity of Lapis Blue and the repulsive force of Reverse Red, which result in an imaginary mass that can be launched at the target, which erases everything within its path, even having the destructive power of a mile ahead, causing a big crater. And you know what's crazy? Hollow Purple can go up to 200% of output, so basically Gojo could literally replicate another nuclear bomb. Do I even need to say it anymore? Gojo wins clearly. Next up on the agenda, durability. So this may seem quite a hard one as both parties have respective capabilities. Starting off with Gojo this time. In the fight with Toji Fushiguro, Gojo was stabbed by him through the chest when he had deactivated his infinity, but this didn't result in Gojo's death as he reinforced his body with cursed energy and was able to avoid any further damage even after being impaled on the throat and then savagely slashed through his body. Not only did Gojo survive all the harms, but came back out even stronger than before. While Makima is also extremely durable. This was shown when she was shot by the assaults on the train. She clearly would have died, but thanks to her endurance, she was able to regenerate as fast as possible and took down the enemies. One of Makima's main durabilities comes from the contract with the Japanese Prime Minister, as any harm done on Makima's body will be converted into some kind of illness for the Japanese. So you see the problem here? Both Makima and Gojo are respectively durable in their personal scenario, and it's hard to see who is more durable. It's really hard to picture who will prevail over the others. Is it Gojo's reverse curse techniques or Makima's incredible regeneration? For durability, it's a tie. Alright, up next is hacks. This one is quite a pickle too, as both party yet again has infinite capabilities. Starting off with Gojo. Gojo's domain expansion granting user to create a metaphysical space that causes the victim to receive all kind of stimuli and information, restraining them through the process and actions. In order to harm Gojo, the user will have to be granted the ability to cut infinite itself. You might be thinking it's impossible for Makima to win this one, but it's actually possible. If we are going by the condition of everyone can fight to their fullest, Makima has one trump card that can easily defeat Gojo's infinite barrier, which is the Angel Devil. One of Angel's core abilities are lifespan weapons, which grant the user the ability to convert previous absorbed lifespan of people Angel touches into weapons, ranging from 5 years to probably the millions. Because of this massive buff, Makima clearly has the advantage of being able to cut through infinite. Additionally, Makima could go beyond as she has the ability to manipulate other devils into her hands. If this fight are accumulating, both fighters can fight to their full potential, means Makima can have the strongest devil in her pawn. Devils like Gun Devils or even crazier one like the Darkness Devil. So easily Makima gets the win for the hacks. Now for intelligence. This determines both aspects, battle IQ and IQ in general. Starting off with Makima. Makima is the control devil herself, so there's no doubt her intelligence will surpass a normal being, as Makima is one of the strongest devils in existence and having lived for years because of her immortality, which grant her the upper hand of obtaining great level of intellect overall and battle experience. Because of this, many of the public safety devil hunters fail to defeat her, as Makima is always one step ahead of them, as seen in the final arc of Chainsaw Man Part 1, when she revealed that she was manipulating Denji all along, showcasing her immense IQ in general. She also has the upper hand in battle IQ, as Makima herself evidenced by the Pochita fight. Makima clearly prepared for every possible outcome, and Makima still prevailed. It took so many attempts to defeat her and some risky attempts along the way to in the end defeat her. While Gojo on the other hand may not defeat Makima's intelligence, Gojo may be able to go on ties with Makima on the battle IQ, as Gojo do possess the 6 eyes, so he does have the upper hand on that, but it's a tight debate between them two. Plus Gojo doesn't really have the amount of experience Makima has, so I would like to give this round to Makima. In conclusion, I'll wrap it all up. Physical strength, Gojo takes the win. Ability, Gojo takes the win. Durability, Gojo and Makima. Hacks, Makima. Intelligence, Makima. And it's a tie. This is probably the best outcome I've come out with. It may be a bit disappointing to find out that it ends in a tie, but I think it's probably the best possible one yet, as it's quite unfair to compare two different characters who each have their respective strengths. Overall, that's about it. If you're mad, cry about it. If you're dissatisfied, comment below. It only helps boost my channel performance. Oh yeah, I should probably mention this. Thanks to everyone that has subscribed and started watching my videos. I really appreciate them. Some people already clicked off by now, but if you're still here, why are you here?